I think when we founded the organization in 1974, we would have never imagined the growth and the success of the organization, of the chapter and the national organization, and to see where we are in 2014.
When NABA found me in 1975, I was fresh out of Southern University. I didn't have a network of support people that I could rely on to help guide me in my career. I didn't know a whole lot about the CPA exam. I didn't know a whole lot about the profession, although I did have a degree in accounting. So if I had to describe myself at the time that NABA found me, I'd have to say I was very green and wet behind the ears.
This was in the late 60s. Over 100,000 CPAs in the United States, and less than 1% were African American. So I mean, less than 150. And that same article talked about the founding of an organization in New York called the National Association of Black Accountants, and that their mission was to deal with this underrepresentation of African Americans.
And we needed to have some way to kind of come together and reinforce each other to work through some of the issues we were facing, being really pioneers in the profession at that time.
There was also a lot of optimism, I think, among African Americans in the Atlanta area. Maynard Jackson had just been inaugurated as the first African American mayor of a major southeastern city. And Atlanta was considered the Black Mecca.
We have to go back to the old days. We have to go back to the J.B. Blayton banquet, which was a coming together for all of us to help further participation in the profession by others behind us meant a lot to all of us.
It was a time when most of the Big 8 firms, if not all the Big 8 firms, had their offices in downtown Atlanta. At noon, when we went to lunch, there was a good chance that you would run, if you saw someone in a business suit, he was either a lawyer or an accountant.
When I was in college, as a young student, I didn't have anyone that looked like me. And when I went to interview, I was not prepared. So I made it a point, if I could help another person get through that process and excel, I would do that. And that's what NABA did.
I'm personally very proud of the current leadership of NABA. While I'm not involved as actively as I was back in the 70s.
The role as chapter president in Atlanta is more important to me today than it was when I assumed the role on July 1st.
NABA has been so influential for me. Leadership development, networking opportunities, and service activities. Really, NABA has given me all of those every single year I've been involved.
I'm a business development person and a strategy person, but it has given me more. It's allowed me to develop leaders in a very different kind of way.
As a future leader of NABA, my responsibility to the founding members is to continue to carry the torch and continue the legacy that they've built of developing premier accounting and finance professionals and lifting as we climb.
I've gained so much from the organization, well beyond more than I ever think I could ever give back. It's not only a great networking organization, but it's given me a platform to demonstrate and hone leadership skills, team building, resource allocation, you name it. If there's an area where a person may need to develop more, you will have the opportunity to hone those skills.
My impact has been organic because it's like a family, and anytime you need something, people will be there to help you. So I feel like as NABA has impacted me, I've been able to impact other people.
The most important thing for me was to be able to give back by way of my time, by way of my resources, financially in giving to the organization, and in mentoring our young professionals.
As a lifetime member, the most important thing for me for the future is that NABA remains a viable organization. In the long term, we would like to see a profession where NABA is no longer needed, but as of right now, NABA is needed. We need to develop our young professionals. So NABA is very relevant.
It is just such a good feeling to see the accomplishments this chapter has made over the years. And I'm really proud of this chapter, and I'm proud of the people who are part of it.
To look back now and to now celebrate NABA as 40 years old, I don't know that any of us in 1974 could have ever imagined where this chapter and the organization would be in 2014.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
For lifting me.
On our climb.
For lifting me on our climb.
Thank you for lifting me on our climb.
On our climb.
Happy 40th anniversary, NABA-Atlanta.
Happy 40th anniversary, NABA-Atlanta.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations.